Hi, today we're going to talk about AI and privacy for businesses. By the end of this video, you will understand the biggest privacy and security risks of using AI in business, real examples of how data can be exposed or attacked, practical steps to keep your company's data safe, why getting privacy right gives you a long-term competitive edge, and open source versus closed source LLM comparison. AI can unlock massive productivity, but we need to understand at what costs. If you're not careful, your company's data can become someone else's training set or worse, a hacker's prize. While AI adoption is accelerating, privacy and security are the number one barriers for many business leaders. And that's why it's very important to work with developers who understand your privacy and who will protect it. This image describes where we are with AI adaptation at the moment. So we have a business owner asking, have we figured out how AI will impact our business? And an employee says, I'm working on it, and it's asking ChatGPT, how will AI impact our business? This is the current state of many people getting into AI. No one knows what they're doing, and they can cause big troubles to companies. By not understanding privacy and not working on it, we have a few big risks. First of all, data sharing with third-party AI providers. Prompts and logs may contain sensitive company info, and if we don't protect it, everyone will be able to access it. Risk of data misuse in training. Without strict contracts, data could be fed back into models, especially when using conversational models like ChatGPT. Then we have compliance headaches. Industries bound to HIPAA, GDPR, or financial rules, they can't risk leakage. Shadow usage by employees. Staff may paste clients' data into ChatGPT, as I already mentioned, without realizing the risks. And expanded attack surface. AI introduced new threats like data poisoning, which is corrupting training data, exfiltration, which is data theft, and leakage, which is accidental exposure. So how providers handle privacy. Different LLMs approach privacy in different ways, and there's a big distinction between their consumer and business offerings. When we're working with businesses, it's very important to use business offerings and to use custom APIs and development tools, not to stick to those consumer-facing AI applications like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, etc. Consumer-facing applications are free or low cost. They have relaxed data policies because user data may be stored and analyzed, and these applications are using your data to be trained on. So the trade-off is accessibility and low cost versus less control over data privacy. Then we have business-oriented APIs and enterprise plans, which are built for companies with higher privacy expectations, stricter data usage policies, user data not used to train public models, which is the big one, enhanced privacy and security features, compliance, encryption, and access controls, and for examples, ChatGPT Team, enterprise API integrations. So this isn't the basic conversational ChatGPT where we send questions back and forward. This is for custom developments. The trade-off are higher costs but stronger privacy guarantees and legal compliance. Now we have model and usage risks. We have supply chain risk because many companies rely on open source or third-party models, but if the source is compromised, malware or copyright issues can slip in. Prompt injection attacks. Malicious prompts can jailbreak AI systems and override safeguards. And denial of service and model theft. Attackers can overwhelm systems or extract model behavior through repeated queries. These risks are directly linked to model's privacy because if the model is compromised, so is the data inside it. So you need to choose a trustworthy LLM provider like OpenAI with strong security, compliance, and privacy standards because that's critical if you want to avoid all of the risks above. So what are the best practices to avoid all of that? It is to use clear data rules, to set company guidelines on what information employees should and shouldn't put into AI systems. We need to educate them about it so they know that it's not a good thing to feed it with some sensitive information. We need to protect sensitive information by identifying confidential data and ensuring it stays encrypted and secure. We need to choose the right setup because for highly regulated industries, private or on-premises deployments can reduce risks. We need to trust your provider, so work only with reputable and trustworthy LLM providers. We need to control access, which means limiting who in your company will use the AI tools and we need to track the activity logs, and we need to regularly review systems for bias, accuracy, and compliance with legal standards. What I like to say to my clients is that your data stays yours because you always own and control the information you put in and get out. We'll set up systems for that so you don't have to worry about it. There won't be any hidden training, so your business data is never used to train models without your explicit consent. We allow you for flexible retention, which means you will decide how long your data is kept, and enterprise level security with audits like SOC 2 and strong encryption. Your information is protected to the highest standards. That means that we only work with vendors who provide the highest encryption standards. Controlled access, only the right people in your company can access what they need, thanks to advanced login and permission tools, so not everyone from the company will have access to the tools that we create for you. Now let's compare open source to closed source LLMs. Open source are models that anyone can inspect, customize, and even host privately, and closed ones are models owned and maintained by providers like OpenAI, Anthropic, and delivered as a service. Pros of open source LLMs are full transparency and control, self-hosting and custom privacy setups. Cons are that they need more technical expertise and that they may lack the advanced security of enterprise vendors. And for closed ones, we have strong built-in security and compliance certification, SOC 2 and ISO 27001, dedicated privacy and support teams, but we have less direct control over data handling, and you depend on the provider's policies. There's no right or wrong solution. We will choose the one that fits your business the best. And to close off this presentation, AI privacy isn't optional, but it isn't something that you should be scared of. If you address and work on privacy and security early, AI stops being a risk and it becomes your competitive advantage. I hope you now have more understanding on the AI privacy. If you have any additional questions, feel free to leave them below this video and I'll be glad to help. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, schedule the discovery call and we can talk about it. Thank you so much for watching and I wish you a great day.